Going on, guys? It's your boy Starlightwilliamagician here, bringing you Q&A number 5. We have got some questions from today from my good friend DarkMagician84, so let's jump into it. Have you ever seen, or question 1, have you ever seen Lord of the Rings trilogy? No, I have not seen Lord of the Rings trilogy. I've watched some live pantomime kind of thing about it once, but I'm not even sure if that's similar to the actual DVDs or the trilogy itself. So no, I haven't seen it. Question 2. What was your best tech card in any of your Yu-Gi-Oh decks? Now this was a question I actually had to ask himself, because tech cards, I believe I like cards that aren't a specific archetype you play in the deck, but looking in my decks, I don't actually have any tech cards. Do correct me if I'm wrong, but just looking through, it's just a question I cannot answer. So apologies about that. Same with question 3. What's my favourite tech card? Again, I cannot answer that question, but I might be able to come back to it in another Q&A once I actually figure it out. Question 4. If you had a clone, would you play different matchups with your Yu-Gi-Oh decks? For sure, I definitely would. I definitely would play different matchups just to actually make things interesting. So I'm assuming you mean battling my clone? Which, if that's the case, then I would, because if I think about it, my clone would probably end up using Magician Girls. So then I would end up using a different, say, I don't know, maybe Red Dragon Archfiend, as that's in my top 3 favourite decks, and then play Magicians with that. But it would also be interesting if we both know what's in each of our decks. So it's just a matter of who can play the deck best, even though we're the exact same person. Which, it actually sounds like an interesting idea for something, to be fair, but I don't know, we'll see. Question 5. If you could play a Wicked God in any of your decks, which deck would it be? Wicked Gods, Wicked Gods I think Egyptian gods, so they require the 3 tributes to use. I think what deck would actually be great for Wicked, for the state, not Sacred Gods, sorry, the Wicked Gods. I don't know. So actually, okay, so if I had to play a Sacred God or a Wicked God in any of my decks, I would probably play the Wicked Dreadlock. Let's see. The Wicked Dreadlock, or the Wicked Dread Root, sorry, is a fiend. So he would go decent in kind of like a fiend based deck, but then he also has the effects. All the other monsters, or all the attack and defense on the other, or on the field, are halved. So I don't know. So I maybe Malefics, because Malefics can get monsters out quite quickly, or maybe I don't know. I mean, because a lot of my decks I can get monsters out quite easily on. So it's just a matter of summoning and then tributing for the Wicked Dreadroot. So to answer your question on which deck I'd have it in, it would probably either be... It could be TG, because TG just can special summon monsters out left, right, and centre, and I could just normal summon the Wicked Dreadroot. Or if I wanted to make it interesting, I would put it in the Dark Magician, just sheerly because I'd love to see how that actually plays out. Question Question 6. If you could play a secret beast in any of your decks, which one would it be? I would play Harmon, Lord, or Striking Thunder. Just show you because it has its requirements is sending 3 face-up continuous spells you control to the graveyard. Now, if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. And then also, if this card is in defense position, your opponent cannot target anything else but Harmon, which is a great card. And I'd probably play it in Dark Magician again because Dark Magician has so many so much continuous spell support, or you can add a couple continuous spells in there, to where playing Harmon would actually be possible. And honestly, I think it would fit quite nicely in the Dark Magician deck, just surely because you have the effects, or just surely because you can. Just surely because you contribute off your, I don't know, you say your circle, and whatever continuous spells you have, and then you can summon. You can just summon Harmon and then keep Harmon in defense, so you have a big 4,000 wall on your field. Or an attack, because you have 4,000 attack, and then you can just start punching damage into your opponent. And then, last question of the day. Question 7. If you could play an Earthbound Immortal in any of your decks, which one would it be? So for Earthbound Immortal, I don't know many, but I remember the one I used to love when I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Was Earthbound Immortal. I think, what was his name? It was Kapakapu, was it? It was it's like a blue giant, which I think its effect is it can attack directly. That's what I remember. And then if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the destroy monster's attack. I could be thinking of the wrong one, but I'm pretty sure that's Kapakapu. And if I had to play that Earthbound Immortal in any of my decks, I would probably play it in Malefics, because Malefics, I know that Earthbound Immortal requires a field spell to be on the field, and Malefics kind of have the same gimmick as Earthbound Immortals, where a Malefic monster can't be on the field without a field spell on the field. So I think Earthbound Immortal will be great in a Malefic deck, just surely because you have Malefic World on the field a lot of the time, so you can summon your Earthbound Immortal. Or, say, for instance, if I was to add Earthbound Immortal to my real life deck, you'd also have skill drain and summon limit and all that. So skill drain would negate the effect of Earthbound Immortal, and then it's just an easy summon, which, actually, thinking about that question is a really good idea. So thank you for that, Richie. But that's all the questions we have today for our Q&A. If you have any other questions, make sure to leave them in the comments down below, so I can read them out in my next Q&A. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.